What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We have a pretty sizable First Descendant update for you guys. So devblog number 10 has officially dropped, and this one is an update to show what they've been working on and how they're changing the game based upon player feedback. So if you remember, players dropped a lot of feedback after the previous beta, and the developers have been going through it, kind of compiling it, and then making adjustments as they see fit. So right now, they're redeveloping missions, content, and monster placements. Now they're specifically targeting the open world exploration zones, aka fields, to make them a little bit more lively, which is good because they were absolutely deserted during the last beta, and it was honestly one of the bigger letdowns from my time with the game. So let's talk about what they announced, and we can kind of jump into the comments afterwards to figure out, is this something that you're looking forward to, or is this kind of something that you're like, I wish they wouldn't have gone that direction. Okay, so the first thing they revealed are instanced dungeons. Now, these are going to be through a system called the Reclamation Operation. This is a new terminal that's going to be accessible in Albion or out in the field if you go to the appropriate location. Now, this is going to send you to a random dungeon to complete. These are going to be sort of mid-game to end-game content for both solo and parties. Now, these do come in two difficulties, normal difficulty and hard difficulty, and each difficulty will include its own specific loot. Now, these new areas, these instance dungeons, will also include some new traps and hidden mechanics to discover, so they wanted to have fun with it. They made that very clear. So get ready to at least tackle some laser traps that we see in this picture here. Now, if you want to, here's another really cool thing. You can add modifiers to the missions to make them more difficult. I'm not entirely sure if this costs currency, as you can see here, but this is one of the things that I think is going to be pretty cool because you can see like a fully juiced map versus, you know, kind of a base map. These remind me of strikes in Destiny, so hopefully they'll have the same weight that Destiny 1 strikes had and less Destiny 2. Moving on. So Matchmaking has gotten an update with a new private option. So a lot of people really wanted this, and I agree. I understand where they're coming from. If you mark something as private, it's going to cause solo players to enter by themselves, or if you're in a party, the party leader can then mark as private and then enter with just the party members. It's not going to match make you with additional players and put randoms in your party. So I think it's a good change. It gives players the option to either go in with some friends, or if they need to fill in some holes, fill in some gaps, they can do that as well. Now, the other big win here is that you can now close the matchmaking window and continue playing while you're searching for a party. So in the past, you had to sit there and wait and you couldn't do anything else. Now you can close it and you'll see a green matchmaking graphic shown in the lower left. So now we're going to get into some more like the miscellaneous one-off stuff, but I still feel like these are very good callouts, especially the one that we're going to be mentioning here at the end. So one, we have more user experience updates. These have been added into the game in the form of better HUD objects for mission tracking and status notifications. It's just more information is always better, you know? As long as it's applied in a kind of clean and clear manner, I'm never going to discount and kind of push away extra communication or status updates. Then we have support droids. These have been added to the game in key locations. These are going to refill ammo reserves. So the developers kind of grappled with this, according to the dev blog, because they wanted players to still have to maintain some form of responsibility when it came to, hey, I shouldn't just unload all my heavy ammo. They want players to put some kind of thought, risk-reward system into it, but in the end, they decided fun is always better, so they put these support droids around to help refill your ammo. Now, a new mission type has been added, one where you will need to defeat a large number of Vulkan enemies on your way to stop a researcher from obtaining key information. So, just something new flavor there. Achievements and titles have been added to the game, so if you're somebody who loves to hunt those things down, those have been added. Now, this last one is probably the biggest addition to the game, and that's going to be the laboratory. This is a firing range where you can change descendants and equip different equipment loadouts to test them out. Now, this only applies to things you've unlocked, so there's no test driving locked descendants at this time through the laboratory. But this is still a really good addition because I can't tell you guys how many times I've been in a looter shooter, and it's like, I just really want to try out this setup or this weapon or whatever, and instead of of being able to just do that, I have to go out into the world or fire up a mission or something, and it's just more of a hassle than it should be. So this is a really cool one. I'm really looking forward to testing this out in the game. So guys, those are the big updates from dev blog number 10. Let me know in the comment section below, is there one specific that you're really looking forward to? Do you want to know more about one of these things? Let me know in the comments. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Vulkan, and I'll talk to you next time.